And select the thing. He's ERTM3 guy.
Yeah.
There you go. I just got disconnected from server, so next Cordell's just gone, fuck it.
Cordell busy with the work, yeah.
He's sitting in some cop car, he's just pulled someone over, he's like, can you bear with me a sec?
Yeah, just bear with me, I got some dickheads who don't know how to fucking do their server properly.
Did you add him?
No, it's been reset now.
Okay, I just added him on the chat then. See if he pops up. You said you reset the server.
I don't like this track. That first section of really tight left-enders really catches me out.
Yeah, it's a tricky. They are all tricky. The first sector is pretty wackadoo.
Wackadoo-doo, baby. Oh yeah, just so you know, I didn't have time to do the
The points don't really matter. That's championship. It like if we were in the hunt for a championship, then it wouldn't be an issue. We would have gotten along with the cars we chose, or I chose, as you say. So,
yeah, you chose the Porsche.
let me pop on here, and actually I need to go here. Go here. Broadcast gameplay.
Just to let you know, we're live on Twitch as well.
Hello, Humpty stream.
No one's in there at the minute, so.
Green line.
What is this, round 8?
Yeah.
By the way, Nick's in the wrong car. He's not
Yeah, I
using
can't get the GT4s working.
Why can't you get the GT4s working?
I don't know, we tried to explain to him in Discord, but I don't know if he's at the pack. Won't let him get it, apparently.
This should be about last. Yeah, Doug, with the Beamer, you don't need to touch second, really.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
Yeah, second isn't really. Yeah, it's too much in-air braking. It's not too happy on the back end.
I think for the tight corners, yeah, you definitely need to be second gear for the tight corners, but the majority are fucking low. Yeah, my left tire is overheating too much, I need to tweak the setup.
Oh, the pedals are slipped off.
This one, this chat.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
We shall see.
Yes, we shall see this.
I feel well.
What's the optimal, did you say, Racer, do you think?
What's that?
PSI? What's the optimal?
Start with like 21, 21.3, 21.5 or so in the back on the left side.
Yeah, I got 2 now in 27.
And then 22 or so. Yeah, you want to aim for like 27.4 to 26.9. 27.4 I think is the optimal.
27.4 optimal, yeah?
Yeah, I had the most difficult time with steering this car with the 500 degree steering lock.
Really?
With my Fanatec set at 1080, so I had to change it to 500.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Now it's 1 for 1 now. It's just the way it would be if I was in a real car. This doesn't have a lot of steering lock, obviously, at 500. Because I was like almost crossing over just on these tight turns.
Pay attention. Well, there's Mikey. Don't
Ah, nice. I like that. That's the first time I got it that time.
40. Oh, I was gonna say 40.
Yellow flag. Be careful there.
We almost didn't see.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Well done, mate. Personal best.
Fuck you, Mike.
Slow car ahead.
You talking to me?
Yeah, he beat my time.
It's 7-12.
Yeah, Nick is definitely in the Audi GT4.
Yeah, he's.
Well, can I please get a lap in that's not invalidated?
Look at race it go. Fucking hell.
There's a slow car up ahead.
I don't understand why my left. Don't know why, but my left front keeps overheating for no fucking reason.
I've got 26.6 and 26.7 on my rear tires and 27 flat on the ones. And again, I just slowed down on the track, so.
I'm sure it is.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Yellow flag, be careful there.
Cannot get. So hard to get that turn right.
Yellow flag in sector
I don't know
1.
why then, but my left tires are overheating like mad. Going yellow. I don't understand why.
Are you on wet tires?
No, I'm on dry tires.
Okay. What's your set? What's your initial pressures? What's your cold pressure?
Cold pressure is like 20.9. Now all of a sudden the balloon to like my front tire ballooned to 27.5.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out.
What the fuck?
Slow car ahead.
What's your pressure?
Right now,
Yeah, right now.
front tire is 27.5.
Okay.
Rear tire is 26.2 and 26.6.
Okay. Well, the pressures are good. Maybe you're over driving them. I mean, braking. I don't know. I mean, if they're not green, that means that if they're not green and the pressures are good. That means that they're worn.
Right, looks like they cool down after a little bit, but once I get to the end
Yours
of
getting red in the last section.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine would do the same.
Like the last bit of the lap, that's when it starts going. Please get one clean one. That's what I like. The other thing I got. Oh, downforce in that section of the track, you just doesn't want to go.
Oh, you knobhead.
That's not a nice way to say to someone joining the party like that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, nice to see you too, my mate.
I fucking loaded my setup. I changed all my setup and then loaded the old one.
How's everyone doing?
Good, sir.
Well, alright, same old shit, you know how it is.
A long pit exit on this track. Very long.
Oh, by the way, Team K, for your commentary stuff, turns out you can actually use, you know, the spectator views that you get in the game.
Alright.
Because Motive TV do that, and I've been trying to figure out how to do it myself.
Oh, so they are doing it, are they?
Yeah, there's a... Yeah, because I'll be commentating, might be commentating for some of their stuff, some of their leagues,
Right.
and if you look on their broadcasts on YouTube, you'll see that they've got it so that it's in spectator, like the spectator TV views.
PlayStation as well as this.
Yeah, PlayStation as well.
Interesting.
I'm trying to figure it out. That's insane. I need to ask them.
Yeah, I'll have a little look. this round 8?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Car you in, Anthony?
Sorry?
You in the BM?
Yeah, me and Doug switched over and thought, fuck this shit, we're not going that way, not going that wank of a Porsche again.
Was that
Yeah,
was it the Porsche, not the Ginetta you was in?
Yeah, the
Yeah, we were in a
Porsche.
Porsche.
Right.
Yeah. Stinking Rich was in the Ginetta.
With you.
Surprisingly, nobody picked the Maserati. I wonder why. Or the crossbow, for that matter.
Fucking Nick's absolutely smashing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
but
GT3 car. Not GT4.
Oh, he's in a GT3. Does he know?
He doesn't have access right now to GT4, so...
Oh.
So, I mean, he could probably be in a Super Trofeo, I don't know, but if he wanted something slightly more of a cup car, Porsche 911 Cup. But he said he'd probably win the race.
2.3 seconds a lap faster.
Yeah. I couldn't see what car he was in. I just saw that he was in an Audi. I'm like, okay, so...
he loves his Audi, he does. Constantly in him.
I'm like, okay. And his times were like, he was like doing 43s right away, then he was doing 42s. I'm like, man, Nick's really on it. I mean, he really knows this.
Yeah.
But I didn't put 2 and 2 together right away. That I thought he said he was in a GT4 car, like Marmite said, and then it was like, he's in a GT3 car, and then it started making sense. It's like, yeah, that's why he was so fast, so quick.
Broadcast gameplay.
So Matthew, have you mapped the buttons for TV cameras?
Have I what, sorry?
Have you mapped your buttons for TV cameras so you can change in between TV cameras? Just go to options,
Yeah.
steering, or whatever it is, and then scroll down to should be named TV camera.
Absolute legend.
So you map a button and then you should be able to switch in between TV cameras as well.
Absolutely awesome. I will give that a go.
Yeah.
Just hopefully it's not for you as a driver. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, there it is, yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, I can map it.
Because you can do that while you're driving, so I'm hoping it's not for that. I'm hoping I'll be able to, if I click on you now, click R3, it's not actually doing anything as yet. So I don't know if it'll do it in the race. We'll find out.
Yeah.
At the minute, I've actually got the inside view of you all.
Yeah.
Whereas when it's in the race, I've got the chase cam.
Yeah.
Mess that up.
How you doing anyway, my bro?
Yeah, the headache is gone for now, so we can start that shit.
Right, I'm gonna just sort my live stream out and I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, do that.
Oh man.
Green light. Give it all you can.
No fine.
Where are we? Misano?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Misano.
Low tire pressure, stay clear of the curbs.
GLR. Okay.
Oh god. Yeah, don't do that. Holy shit.
Standings are on the Discord, aren't they? Leaderboards.
Dokey smoky pokey. ACC. Nick's gonna give this one a miss, he says.
Yeah, I think that's for the best.
So, Magic Mike is leading the series, is that correct?
I don't know. But I think so. GT4, yeah.
The Drunken Master.
Got the team at it.
Right. Just 1 second. Right guys, I'm just going to start my stream, introduce myself, and then we'll get on them. Hello and welcome to round 8, the finale of the GLR Esports ACC season. We currently have Magic Mike Microbatic leading the GT4 Championship. We'll have a little bit look later at the standings, but you've joined us with 11 minutes to go in qualifying. So let's jump out on track. And we will start with old Cosme Crusader.
Cut detected.
It's a beautiful line there by Cosme. Few corners in here that require you to keep the accelerator pinned. And some very heavy braking points coming into hairpins. So it requires that the drivers are constantly on top of their weight transfer of their cars. GLR Marmite in with a 1:45.7. It's a decent time there. Marmite showing his consistency. It's paying off over his time on Assetto Corsa, with his lap times coming down time and time again. So we've got GLR racing now 0.4 behind Marmite. Cosme is 0.6. So under a second through the top 3 at the moment. And Seal now. We've got Neil. Neil the Seal. Only a 10th behind Marmite. Seal had an absolutely fantastic race last week at round 7.
So far.
Track names left me for some reason, but Seal had an absolutely awesome race. It was an extremely wet track, and he had a little bit of an off, composed himself and pushed his way back through the field, and I think he got past a couple of cars and ended up on the podium. So Seal is definitely one to watch here at Misano. So we've got a few more on the leaderboards now. Anthony with a 1.3 behind Micro has taken Marmite's place. Marmite is a 0.5 behind, GLR Racer 0.4. And Richie and Hippie are yet to complete a lap. Oh no, Hippie is 0.5 behind Micro. Hippie is constantly showing cracking consistency. Not really see him struggle with the car. And that consistency pays off for him. Back in the Ginetta, not very powerful, but very, very, very light. So you do have to drive it differently. But once you get used to that car, it's a little pocket rocket. So Richie. Richie and Ginetta. It's an awesome little car inside. So Richie crossing the start finish with a 1.4 behind the leader, Micro Batic, with a 1:44.7. And Anthony now coming over the line. Oh, Anthony's done very well there. He has knocked 0.8 off his lap time. That is a big increase from that one lap. The BMW there. Next over the line is 421, so that's Hippie. So let's jump on board with Hippie now. Coming up to the final corner here at Misano. Light defender in the brakes, trail braking in, carrying as much momentum as possible and applying that throttle as quickly as possible, which he seems to have done very well. Is he going to capitalise on that 0.9? Yes! Now to a 0.5. So the drivers are starting to get used to the track now at Misano. And the GLR Racer has just been knocked off podium by Neil. 1/10 Neil has just popped GLR Racer off. I was about to say Racer is on the podium there in 3rd position on the grid, and Seal just pipped him right at the last second there. We've got Micro coming over to start finish. As he capitalised on his time? Yes! Extra 10th there by Micro, putting a little bit more pressure on the rest of the pack. To follow, we have Anthony now crossing the start finish, followed by Marmite and GLR Racer, probably looking to capitalise on some slipstream.
We have a slow car up ahead. Yellow flag ahead, be careful.
Past 3 drivers not being able to capitalise on their lap times, but they are doing some pretty decent times here. Pretty close in the running between these drivers. We have Hippie now, next to cross that finish. Okay, so we have a few people in the pits now. Micro, Hippie and Seal. Cosme is still out track. And we have Richie now looking to cross the start-finish. A little bit of a slide on that last corner though, which is probably going to cost him a 10th coming onto the start-finish. But he has still capitalised by 6/10 he's gained on that last lap. Closing the pack towards Marmite. Okay, next to cross start finish is Cosme. Wow, getting absolutely every single last inch of that car and track.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
We're going to jump onto Seal. Coming up to the penultimate 2 corners here at Misano. Round 8, GLR Esports. Can he capitalise on his podium position? Looking to knock Hippie off, currently in the pits. No, he cannot. Very difficult to capitalise on these times as it is. Gonna jump on board Richie. Again, he's sliding into that last corner just a touch. It's gonna scrub just a little bit of speed off there. Not being able to capitalise on that lap time, although his last lap he did get half a second. Looks like his tyres are struggling somewhat. Gonna jump on board with Anthony. And the beast of a Beamer, can he capitalise? No. So let's jump on board with yes, GLR. Wow, GLR racer there. I think that was about 3/10, and that's knocked Seal back off. So Seal has just pipped Racer 2 or 3 minutes ago. As I was about to say, Racer was in podium position, pipped by Seal, and now GLR Racer has just pipped Seal, rocking a podium position. So we've got a few cars going into pits now. We'll jump back on board with the main man, Neil. Always a pleasure to watch this gentleman drive. Getting the most out of these GT4 cars. Carrying as much momentum as he can through there, making sure he maximises the track width. See if he can get a better run. Can he capitalise? No. Ow.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Yellow flag, be careful.
Got annoyed myself. With a 44 in the bag.
Okay, so we're going to just jump on board with Micro now, the position leader. We are not blessed with the presence of UFC fighter GLR Cordell this evening. But he has been dominating this league. Micro has been giving him an incredible amount of pressure throughout this season. Those two have provided some very interesting races which you can watch back at any time on their personal streams. Very interesting races which you can watch back. And we're coming on the end of qualifying now. 3 cars out on track looking to capitalise on this remaining lap.
TMK, just a little something. Try something for me, see if it works.
Yeah.
Do you know have you got it mapped so that you can change the camera view?
Yeah, I've put it on R3. Yeah.
Right, I think I know how to get it working. If you press drive,
Yes.
and then you press the button to change like the TV camera.
Yeah.
Has it changed it?
Well, if I press drive, I think it puts me in the race, though, doesn't it?
It don't. You know, if you press drive, this is how I worked it out.
Done it.
Press the button to change the TV camera.
Done it.
And then press to go back to the pits. Like, press the options, pause, return to garage.
Return to garage.
Has it worked? And see if
No. No. I can obviously when I click drive and click TV cameras, it's
Okay. Huh? Race will be it. The race is, yeah. No, it's going to start now. Huh?
Good luck, everyone.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Good luck, folks.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
My mate, do me a favour, stay behind me.
Huh?
Stay behind me.
Punch you off, you cunt.
Bring it, you bitch stick.
And bit it right into it. Bang. My God. Dead
We do
spot.
need a GLR Wreckfest season.
Yeah.
That'll be a lot of fun.
At some point, maybe that'll happen, yeah. Oh boy, here comes fun stuff.
Yeah, that's so gutting. Yeah, that camera works, Micro, but it only works on my car. So I'd almost have to be out driving with you, which it'd be impossible doing that under under the camera.
But I was thinking if you did that, left it in that TV view, returned to the pits, and then clicked on someone else's name, it might have carried over. That's what I was thinking.
I could try it. I don't know if it would mess my status up, would it, though? Enter in the race and then...
No, because if you're in the chase... No, because I've tried it. If you're in the chase camera already, you can just press the normal camera button. It'll reset.
Okay. I will give it a go. Right, good luck, folks. And we are now entering the final 30 seconds of the final race of GLR Esports, round 8 here at Misano. Good luck.
Good luck again, everyone.
20 seconds.
Keep it together on lap 1.
When I find something, I'll send it.
I'll try to avoid you as I spin out.
Starting my car would help.
10 seconds.
Sweat.
Going double file.
Good thing I got the window open this time.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs.
Okay, so as the drivers enter the penultimate corner of Misano, ready, that green light.
Green light, give it all you
And
can.
go, go, go! Round 8 GLR Esports is underway.
Car on the left.
Micro entering
Clear on the
first
left.
corner, keeping that lead. Be on the outside and taking that position of Micro. Lots of close racing here.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Marmite there taking a position over Richie. He's going to be tucking in behind Anthony in the BMW. We're up to this heavy braking zone. Late apex, early on the gas. Anthony now following Racer into the flat right corner. We really feel that on the force feedback, and then we want to be getting the car as straight as we can. It's an extremely heavy braking zone and it's quite easy to unsettle the car, so we have to be able to maximise our braking without adhesion levels giving up. Anthony running in at a solid race here, so we're just going to jump on board with Racer, who is only 7/10 behind the leader Micro. 7/10 looks like 2 car, maybe 4 car lengths from this position. And with 37 minutes left to go, the racing is looking very, very close.
You're given a warning for exceeding track limits.
All about maximising your momentum in these GT4 cars. Line of racers coming hurtling down into the heavy braking section, all in a beautiful geometric line fronted by Microbatic, aka Magic Mike, who has got a nice corner there and looks like he's pulled away from Hippie now, so that's probably going to give him a couple of tenths because you're going flat on the right through here. He's maximising his track width. He's going to be heavy on that brakes. Again, maximising the track widths by touching those tyres on the red tarmac. As long as you're staying within track limits. We'll definitely be gaining time here, and Hippie has just run some solid corners and looks like he's got that time back on Micro. Let's jump on board with Micro
Fastest lap of the race. Great job, man.
36 minutes to go. The usual mandatory pit stop, which has a drastic effect on the outcome of racer position, I've noticed. It is not the same pit stops for everyone. Not sure what it is that determines those parameters, but regardless. So coming up to this heavy braking section and the late apex, we're turning in on the 50-meter board, maximising track widths to get as much speed as we can onto the next braking section. Absolutely love that corner, flat out. And as I mentioned a few minutes ago, Cordell and Micro have been giving each other sweats, definitely been increasing each other's BPMs while on track. And you can see that now Micro has completed his lap, and why that is. Now got a gap
doing this
of 2.1 between Micro and GLR Racer now. So we will leave him to it. Now you've all been treated to a microbatic lap at Misano. Oh, welcome. Seal and Richie now. If I remember rightly, these two were racing side by side last week. Seal's definitely got the advantage here. Is he going to get that run out on Richie? I think he's definitely got the run. He had the opportunity there to take Richie, but Seal, being the respectful driver he is, and obviously not wanting to ruin anyone's race, Richie doing everything he can now to take that defensive line. I think Seal just backed out at that last second, but he has now gained a few car lengths on Richie, so it's just going to be one good run out for Seal, and it's going to be side by side into the first corner here at Misano as we pass through the penultimate corner. Seal gets a good run there. He's absolutely maximised his throttle. Coming up to turn 1. Richie running a little bit wide there in the Ginetta. So, Seal and Richie really want to be working together round about now. We've got 32 minutes left of the race. You can see the leading pack. Oh, we've had an off. Who's off? Who's off? Who's off? Is that Hippie? So we've had a little bit of an alteration there, not quite sure what's happened, but we have Anthony now in P2, followed by Marmite in P3. That has absolutely changed the standings here, and as with every race weekend, there are never not any racing incidents because we are pushing the cars to the limits, and it only takes that millisecond to tyre adhesion. Off we go. So Micro leading by nearly 6 seconds now. That's going to give Microbatic a very comfortable lead here. So he's not really going to need to push the cars, which means that he can save his tyres a little bit. He's not really going to need to maximise his entry and exit speeds. Save on his tyre wear. Maybe he can hit a little bit later on, and then also have the tyre advantage at the race, end of the race. But we'll see what he decides to do as the race progresses. Marmite hunting Anthony Hunt. Marmite in a beautiful Chevrolet. And I think, yeah, Anthony's gone a little bit wide there, and they're going side by side now into the fastest corner of Misano. And they're still going side by side. It's into a heavy braking section. Anthony's just got the lead. They've both got a bit wide. Track position is remaining the same. That means GLR Racer is going to be able to capitalise here, get a good run, and hopefully catch up on position 2 and 3 in the podium. Anthony's come out on top there. That was a brilliant bit of racing. My heart elevated then a few seconds per minute. GLR Racer definitely caught up a little bit. Still 4 seconds behind. No, he's 2.9, so he has gained nearly 2 seconds with Hunt and Marmite's awesome fight, I'll be honest. They both handled that really, really well. Those moments are usually defining for many drivers. The Hippie now is leading the rear of the pack, running solid race, he is using the Ginetta, which again, your cornering speed is much higher, your exiting speed is much higher. You just don't have the grunt, so you have to be able to capitalise on that if you want to be with a chance. And obviously, it's not necessarily always about car and driver. Tracks play a big role on how different cars perform. Misano, we've got 3 sort of long straights. You can see Hippie coming up to the flat right now. My favourite corner in this track is Misano. We'll see how quickly this car can flick itself in. Not really having any trouble there through those corners with the Ginetta. Maximising his corner speed. Trying to get as much momentum as he can without having to correct. And that is some beautiful driving there by Hippie. And over the line he goes, followed by Neil, coming up to turn 1, 27 minutes to go here at Misano. Richie hot on Seal's heels. We've missed that take place. I'm going to just jump on board with Marmite now. Because holy shit. GLR Racer with the cheeky undertake there. Marmite had the exit speed though. He's had to just scrub off to save an accident. But with Marmite's performance here, I would imagine he's probably going to get that position back. He's already putting pressure on both Anthony and GLR Racer. Coming up to the fastest corner now, Misano. Anthony and GLR Racer are side by side, followed by Marmite as they come into the fastest corner. We're going to see how these 3 maneuver as they come up to the heavy braking section. And we want to be hitting this apex as best as we can here with GLR Racer. He's managed to take 2 positions there in the course of 20 seconds. Anthony with a little bit sideways there. He's trying to push that car as much as he can and gaining that position back. It's all about consistency. We don't want to be pushing for the fastest lap. And we have a hell of a race going on for podium position here, and Hippie can smell that podium. He is car lengths behind a podium position here, and we're not even halfway through Misano, so absolutely anything can happen. We're going to see how these drivers progress through the course of the finale of GLR Esports Round 8. Looks like the gaps are a little bit more comfortable between these 4 drivers. Yuppie now on second behind this pack. And Micro with a huge lead of 11 seconds.
It's my left fucking front, it's not cooling down enough and it's just fucking me up in the corners, it's still my head in.
You will know about tyre and brake temperatures.
Windows opening.
Performing at their optimum temperatures. Bringing that next level of realism to racing. But Anthony is running a solid race here. GLR Racer just seems to have disappeared for whatever reason. not sure he's going to be able to capitalise on the 11 seconds that Micro has gained himself. He's literally entering the corner as the drivers exit the previous corner. But he has actually reduced that by nearly 3 seconds. So GLR Racer is hunting Micro down. Like I mentioned, anything can happen. We're not halfway and we still have a pit window to go, which drastically changes the outcome. So we've got Seal and Richie in the pits. Anthony putting that pressure on Marmite, and the Hippie now is well within slipstream range. He's capitalising on the Ginetti's cornering speed, and it's paying off. We're now in slipstream range.
I'm going in there.
Look how close these three are.
There's a car leaving the pit lane, watch out.
Oh, Marmite and Hippie in with the pits, which means Anthony now left out on track. So we're going to see what happens with this pit window. The previous races that I have commentated on, there's been very, very different outcomes on these pit windows. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see whether Anthony is now going to capitalise by staying out. We're not halfway through the race. We still have 2 minutes to go to get to that point, and we have a 5-minute window to change mandatory tyres.
Fucking pedals have slipped off my fucking stand.
Yeah, that's what I've got. My pedals are fucking slipping on me as well.
That's why I think we're in the pit so early, because I don't have my pedals right.
It wouldn't let me not fix my bodywork and my suspension damage. Yeah, Smelly, he made a little error and tapped me in the back. And he gave up position, so yeah, all's good.
So Micro now behind Richie and Seal. Richie and Seal are fighting for this position, as they always are.
Car on the left, clear on the left.
Richie being a gentleman there and letting the leader of the race pass through. Let's see if Richie can now capitalise though on the slipstream of Micro. That might be an extremely very clever tactic, because he can use the slipstream of Micro and catch up to Seal. So that could be a cheeky little outcome there. Anthony now in P2 and Cosmo Crusader in P3. Current standings.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
She's still just within slipstream of Micro here, coming up to a corner in section, so we might just be able to get back in that slipstream. Going forward with Neil now as he comes up to the penultimate corner here at Misano. Thank you, Mikey. Again. So Micro here, going through one of the world's best drivers, having the worst race of his life here. We're going to see how the rest of this progresses. I think there was around 9 seconds, 11 seconds between him and Anthony. So we're going to see what happens when he comes out the pits. Next across the start finish is Mr. Marmite. You either love him or you hate him.
The mandatory stop is now clear. Come on,
Comes up to a heavy braking section.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
Beautiful Chevrolet, which I'll be honest is probably my favourite car. Listening to it drive past in the pits, it's such a beautiful growl. Coming up to the penultimate corner now of Misano. Over the start finish we go, followed by Mr. Racer, who was or is running a cracking race. Is Mr. Racer. Followed by the hippie. Deal with the pop-thirsty Mercedes. Maximising all of that track width there. As much momentum as he can. Followed by Richie, 5 seconds behind Seal, and the hippie is 5 seconds behind Racer. Sure, so Marmite is 16 seconds behind. Micro, who is just entering the penultimate corner at Misano, and over the start finish he goes, currently in P3.
The window is now closed.
Followed by Cosme and Anthony, both currently in the pits. Anthony is the first out the pits. Cosme is now exiting. The GLR Racer just passing there. Seal just behind Cosme. So between Anthony and Cosme, we've got a little bit of a close racing pack on our hands. Seal very close behind. I'm sure that he'll be making a few tenths on tyres, seeing how stable he is keeping the car through the corners, maximising as much momentum as he can. Richie bringing up the rear. The turbo-powered Ginetta. And Marmite now over the start finish. With I'm not sure what the gap is now, but Marmite now is going to be finishing this race in second position as it currently stands, followed by Anthony, GLR Racer and Hippie that have all just crossed the start finish. GLR Racer directly behind Anthony now, and we have the Hippie watching all of this unfold in front of him. I'm sure he might be able to gain some time here if these two are going to be battling it out. Having a little look is GLR Racer. Anthony is driving perfect lines. GLR Racer just a little bit sideways on the exit there, which has given Hippie the run as we come to this heavy braking section. He's just going to have to be careful of those tyres. Usually takes 10 to 15 seconds for them to come back to normal operating window. So the Hippie now has capitalised on what we can call a racing mistake, as we see so often, directly behind and like that. Okay. Woo! Nearly a second behind there.
Well done, mate. Fastest lap of the race so
Now
far.
slipstream range. GLR Racer is well within slipstream range of Hippie. Hippie with a couple of car lengths there as we enter the penultimate corner. Beautiful run. Gonna tuck in behind Anthony as GLR is tucking behind Hippie, entering turn 1. Absolutely awesome racing here as we come up to a overtaking section. All about who gets the best run out and who fights for the inside line as they go side by side. So we're just going to jump on board now with Neil. Chasing Cosme down, not quite within slipstream range.
Fuck off!
And the Hippie has now made 2 positions. Anthony with the inside line. GLR Racer looking for the cutback. Let's see if he's got a few more miles per hour at the end of this run. It looks like he has a little 2 to 3 mile an hour advantage here as we come to the fastest corner here at Misano. Into the heavy braking section. Hippie keeping it real. 420 Jamaican livery. Flag 1 man. GLR Racer a little bit wide there into the final corner, looking to capitalise on a position there. Probably lost a 10th between P4 Anthony. So currently we have 16 laps completed. We have 10 laps to go. Quarter. What was that? Sorry.
My brake pedal's not fucking working.
We've got some technical problems there with Anthony, the BMW, who's had to retire, unfortunately.
Piece of shit. Don't
Which
exactly
has
help,
given
man.
GLR Racer
Oh.
the run to P3 on Hippie. Depending on how these two fight it out, anything can happen with Cosme and Seal. Those two have every chance of gaining a podium position here with 25% of the race remaining. So 2 seconds and 2 tenths behind Hippie. GLR Racer is going to be knuckling down. Going to get some tenths back to hopefully get that podium position. And like I said, Seal's driving has given him some tenths back. Cosme a little bit wide there. I think Seal's probably going to be able to capitalise now. I think Seal's definitely got the most tyre life left, given his driving technique. And over the course of the race, you can see that playing out. He's now directly behind Cosme coming into the final corner now. Misano, flat on the gas. Maximum slipstream length. He's poking his nose, he's giving it a look to Cosme. He's just letting him know he's going to make that move. Or he's looking to make that move. Cosme taking a defensive line, giving Seal the racing line. Seal can maximise his exit speed here. We will be seeing some side-by-side, although Cosme has manoeuvred through those corners very well. So I'm just going to jump back on with GLR Racing now, hunting the podium position down. GLR Marmite.
Hello.
Running a solid race in P2 with as much of a gap to P3 as Micro has to P2. And Micro now coming up to turn 1 with 7 minutes remaining at the final race here of GLR Esports. We're going to jump on board with Marmite as he traverses the start-finish. Micro now with a 22-second lead. I don't think he's going to be very happy with his performance on this one. Beautiful car control from Marmite here. Not seeing any squirms at all, which is lovely to see. And we're going to jump back onto the P3 battle now. GLR Racer doing everything he can now with the final 6 minutes here at Misano, which is probably going to equate to 4 laps remaining. Pippy is doing an awesome job of pushing his tiny little turbo Ginetta around this demanding track of Misano. And Seal is now in front of Cosme, so Seal has taken that position. He's going to be hitting 5th place now, 9 seconds behind GLR Racer, who is chasing that podium position. Coming up to the penultimate corner now, we're going to be crossing that start-finish line with around 4 laps to go. And we're just going to jump on board with Micro now. So we haven't really been giving him much attention because there hasn't been any need. But we're going to just watch him do another lap. For anyone looking for a Misano track guide. So one of the things that I've noticed with Assetto Corsa Competizione, or Assetto Corsa in general, is the weight transfer of the car feels so much more realistic than Gran Turismo. It's just much more rewarding to play this game. And as you can see from this lap, it's all about manipulating the weight of the car. The fastest drivers don't brake in a straight line. They want to manipulate that rear end to the point that it just starts to come out, which initiates what some people might call a drift, but it's actually called slip angle. Slip angle is where you can maximise entry and exit angles. That's where you gain tenths throughout a track. You can call yourself an alien. It's an extremely difficult technique, but it is what defines us from the rest. And we're coming into the final 2 minutes now of Misano, so there's going to be maybe a lap, 2 laps to go for the races out there. It looks like it's going to get quite dark, so I would imagine that they're going to be required to put their lights on. Whether the racers will do that anyway, I don't know. The sun looks absolutely beautiful there. Coming into the final section of Misano. Jump on board. You either love it or hate it.
Oh, you are fucking kidding me. That was my fault, yeah.
What happened?
Track extension.
Oh, track extension. So Marmite has been stung there with a drive-through penalty from track limits. Drive-through penalty has been served, and Seal now passing Marmite, and the rear of the pack, Richie and Cosme are gonna be. Are we? Just ahead. So Richie now probably was not expecting to see the rear end of Marmite with a very unfortunate occurrence there. Regardless, he has still run a solid race and you can't take his driving ability away from him. But that does mean that GLR Racer has now a podium position. So he has been chasing Hippie down. He's now 4 seconds behind Hippie with 10 seconds to go in the race. But it does mean that to Marmite's pain, GLR Racer has gained a podium. And that's the end of the race there, so it's just going to be a case of crossing that start-finish. Hippie now coming over the start-finish in second place, and GLR Racer with an unexpected third place there. I'm not sure if they have another lap. They maybe do.
I'm still on the lap, so...
Oh, you're the race leader. With you. So with 0 seconds, it is a case of Micro bringing that home with an absolutely colossal lead there, coming out of turn 4. 4 corners ahead of V2. Now the light warning comes on right at the end of the race. It's 3 laps to go, isn't it? And Micro now coming up to the penultimate corner of the finale of GLR Esports. Sending it sideways over the start finish. He's going to have some light damage there. Followed by Hippie coming up to the penultimate 3 corners. And a GLR Racer coming in with a podium position. So Hippie now entering the penultimate corner. And over the start finish he goes, followed by GLR Racer with a well-deserved podium. Knuckled down into some unfortunate events, has gained that podium position, and Seal now crosses that start finish. Hopefully the drivers will stay out on track and we can have the end of season donut finale. Marmite now, absolutely solid race, should be proud of himself there. Followed by Richie and followed by Crosby Crusader, ending the Season 8 race here at Misano. Well done, lads, and that was tough luck, Marmite.
I know. Fucking sod's law. They raced so solid for once.
Let's see if we can get some celebratory donuts on track.
Let me set this to 0. I'll wait for Crosby to join past. I'll get it.
Well, now my brake failed and decided it wasn't work properly.
Marmite and Seal giving the YouTube GLR.
And let me check the bets. Oh.
Give it all you can.
Well done, guys.
Yeah, well done, Micro. Jesus. He was flying through those corners.
Yeah, I was lucky that they had some incidents in the back, I guess. Because the pace was really good.
Congratulations, everyone.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Yeah, well done.
Congrats to Smelly.
Spewed with that though. I could have had my first ever podium, but at least I fucked it up.
Coulda, shoulda, wouldas. I should have been in second, but with a little bit of a coming together with Smelly, and then that let everybody get past, and then I had 1 or 2 or 3 errors. Yeah, then I was trying to press to get back to Smelly. I thought I had the pace on his car, but I guess at a certain point I must have been pushing too much, and I was actually losing time. Even though I was gaining in certain sectors, I was losing the braking. I think the brakes on this car, the brakes aren't really good, and they seem to get cooked off towards the end of the race.
Yeah, I started feeling that at the end of that race.
Low tire pressure, stay clear of the curbs.
Yes, I think you can save the replays if they're like 29 minutes.
If you have space on your hard drive, apparently the set of course that has a small memory, just like what Gran Turismo does. It has a little set amount. So if you've got a lot of liveries, and I went out and cleared all my replays, I counted all of them. I think I have 2 replays in there now. It's I don't have enough space. I don't think it's space on my terabit. 11 and 2 terabit hard drive, so I don't think that's a problem. So I tried to save it.
Yeah.
Well, it was a great season, guys. Great racing.
My tires are gonna go now. Tires are gonna go.
How's it going?
No, they go backwards, they go, they're still red. Well, they do to go.
I'm watching all this unfold from a camera view and it looks at his TV camera.
Yeah, I don't understand why it won't let you do it properly, like, during the racing. It's not...
Yeah, this game is so glitchy. It's irritating as hell.
Yeah, because, well, the thing is that...
There's just so many things wrong with it. It's just... on like, the driving part of it, the part you pay for, is awesome. I mean, for a console. But everything else sucks ass. I mean, honestly, that's my opinion. Replays, delivery editor, I mean, all the things that you don't have because consoles are really weak and you have so many things. I can accept all of that. It's all the little glitches, all the little, like, saving replays. You can't save a whole replay. Why can't you? Why can't you save all the race highlights? It's just ridiculous. It's, I'm probably going to be on a PC at this game. Really. Like Crystal, it's just a struggle.
I've just noticed something on the Motive Racing YouTube channel. For the season that I'm competing in, I've just noticed the two that are commenting over it, they've got the TV camera views. But I've noticed they're not in the pits. I'm wondering if you have to go into the server itself to assign.
Yeah, it's a spectator.
Yeah, I think that might have to be the case. I think you have to go into the server settings.
What are they called again? This place.
Motive Racing on YouTube.
Motif.
Motive.
Like some lightning on the car.
Motive. And yeah, I'm looking. No one's in the pits. I've got a feeling it's to do with the. But I'll soon know since I'm probably going to be doing. I'll be commenting over the Porsche Cup Championship. So.
What's this? Motive Misano Corsa?
Motive Racing.
M-O-T-I-V-E.
Yeah.
What do I like trying to race your punch?
Unless this is the PlayStation 5 bait, and it's on the PlayStation 5 bait, I think.
Yeah, they bloody have, haven't they, little bastards? Is this on PC though?
No, this is console. Motive Racing Championship on ACC. It's the console. I've asked them. I put in the question. I've asked them about it. They've got everything. They've got the telemetry and everything as well. I've noticed. So I've got a feeling it's got to do with the server settings. Like, I think Cordell will have to go on his computer, go into the server settings and assign you as a broadcaster or something, and then you can come in and do it. I've got a feeling that's how we do it. With the actual server settings themselves.
Interesting.
Well, guys, thank you, Matt, for commentating.
Good to hear from you, brother.
Yeah, right. Go, Richard.
Michael, can you just stay in for a second? Just don't leave.
Yeah.
Just I'm just gonna see if I can join as a spectator somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah, I enjoyed racing you. Andy.
Sorry?
I enjoyed racing it.
Oh, mate, my bottle was twitching when we were going side by side from that fucking corner.
It was a good race.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a view on you guys.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
Yeah, you were right on my ass, flashing me, you prick.
Those
as well.
Those BMs are quick
You're
though.
flashing your lights at
I
me.
was flashing. I was flashing. Why do you look at the lights? Why would you do that?
Because I was defending from that prick in the Chevy. So, you know, I'm trying to avoid him
Well,
getting past
you guys had a little. I thought I could get past you. There's a little bit of an opening there. I thought I'd, air it and center myself through there.
Oh, God.
Those
Guys,
BMs are silly quick on that straight though. Fuck, oh my god. Even did a slip you fucker was pulled away from me.